What would be your reaction if Donald Trump dies tonight? Ask Reddit, Cree4 Toure. Holy shit, what did you Cree4 Toure know that the rest of us didn't? PNUT Butter, 25,089. Well, my reaction would be that you should have a very strong alibi for tonight. Just in case. Alligate, 33,620. Wouldn't it be really weird if he actually drops dead tonight? Glum_possibility 5204, 7323. Ah, shit. I can smell the conspiracy engines firing up now. Only_explanation 7181, 6133. You should never say bad things about the dead. Only good. Joan Crawford is dead. Good. Betty Davis. Ramble River. 8704. There's absolutely no way the conspiracy crowd would see it as just a normal thing that happens to old people. I'd be pretty worried tbh. An adorable dog baby. 2157. Thanks Obama. Ad Broad 8817, 3525. I think it was Mark Twain that said while had never wished death on anyone. He's not been too upset at reading their obituary. LLCUCF80. 9038. 30 tonight, this weekend? Well, it will all depend on if he returns in 3 days. Sensitive Pineapple 83. 4621. Look, I was out till 3 a.m., all claws no laws, after a metal show last night. I'm bruised and hungover. And all I want to do is eat my weight in Eggs Benedict. But if I gotta go party with my people, I gotta go party with my people. T-Belicious. 4905. So anyway, I went outside and decided to do some yard work because it's a beautiful spring day. Mid-40s. Sunny. A perfect day to spend outside and enjoy this beautiful day we get to enjoy. And even knowing all of that, it still wouldn't be the #1 best thing to happen. And also probably laugh at his cult followers making weird AI images of him as an angel looking like Rambo and who replaces God in heaven since he fired him. It will be a strange time. For sure. Marzipan_dumpling. 1514. Remember when he had COVID and we all had a sense of hope for a week or two? Anana Questions 1, 1697. What's the craziest story you've heard of a couple breaking up? Ask Reddit, Scar Tissue 5. 2 of my old high school friends grew up and got married. Both are women. Turns out one was verbally and/or physically abusing the other, and the victim divorced her and married her abuser's father. They're still together. I found this out on Facebook. Alaska Stiletto. 7297. Newly married woman. A teacher at a local school. Cheated on her husband. Also a teacher at the same school. With the principal. They got caught in the act on school property. Both their careers ruined and probably ruined the husband's life. XA0. Pioneer Dingus. 3336. Well, my ex broke up with me at the beginning of a 10-hour flight. We lived together. And his mother picked us up from the airport. Timeless Traveler. 6178. Heard this one from my old hairstylist. She had a female friend who was dating this guy who had a pet pig. It was huge. Like a full-grown pig. The pig hated the woman and pushed her out of bed to take her place next to her boyfriend. One day, she had enough and told him, it is the pig or me. He told her that the pig was there first, so he dumped her and stayed with the pig. Man, that must have been a blow to her self-esteem. EGA 110. 9069. Husband was eating breakfast when he noticed a new tattoo on his wife's wrist. It was the name of her new boyfriend. She also would drive down toll roads in his car without paying. When the bills came in, she threw them away. He was on the hook for thousands of dollars when he figured it out. Quote, Worker 911. 4333. A truck driver gets married. He and the wife buy a nice house. He's on the road paying for it. One day he comes home and the wife is gone and 6 months of bills and a foreclosure notice is on the table. For 6 months she took every dollar he made and kept it for herself until she eventually split with all his money. Wrong currency 5146. 9532. 2. A couple in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney. Climbers. Indoor and outdoor. They climbed all day every day. It was their life. He left her because he was at level 45. And she was at level 41. Can't remember the numbers. But I remember they were close. She was holding him back. So, adios. DNTDRMIT. 6819. A couple had been dating since middle school. Stereotypical teen sweethearts, everyone thought they'd get married. One day she isn't at school and he isn't doing great. She tried to kill herself the night before and he wouldn't say anything about it. It was odd since she had no history of depression and was an all-around happy person. She finally starts talking to people and what happened gets out. Her boyfriend had been fucking her mom from the beginning. The whole relationship destroyed her parents' marriage. Dude ended up having to go to a different school over the drama and hate he got. Karsa 69420. 13576. I don't know if they broke up, but this was how someone found out her pilot husband was cheating on her. When a family in Canada adds a child, they receive a monthly tax benefit. It's a monthly payment dependent on your income, but for a while there was one that wasn't income tested. It was universal. Mrs. Pilot got a higher than normal check. So she called our revenue agency to check the CRA. They said it was for baby girl, blank, Pilot. Born, date. What happened was her husband had a kid with someone else. Other woman gives the baby Pilot's last name and lists him as the father, and the payment accidentally gets added to the wrong file. Grateful Elder Flower. 568. The pretty girl in my class got married and had a kid with a decent guy. She was cheating on him with another local dude. Married dude found out and went to confront the other guy. Other guy shot at him. Hit him in the back. Married guy escapes but dies on the side of a road from gunshot. Shooter claimed self-defense and got off. Victim's family told wife and dude to get out of town and or she would get wasted. She took the kid and left town with the guy. Feel bad for the kid living with their dad's killer. Far as I know, the wife has never returned. McQuaylan. 1523. This one couple I know would purposely break up in public and then make each other jealous by flirting with strangers before they eventually get back together. Like they would just ego trip on getting attention from another person before deciding they were too afraid to lose the other. It was kind of fun to see which one of them would get more jealous of the other. Although whenever the guy was winning, she would be a scary level of pissed. Loud belch stabby fart. 1721. I had an old coworker who was almost retired and did one of those DNA kits with her husband. He was an M&A consultant who traveled for work for at least 2 decades. They found out that he had fathered 3 kids that were now adults. Who knows how many more. She divorced him after 42 years of marriage. I remember her crying in the office very vividly. Cherry Manhattan. 2166. You're at a job interview and they say, "Tell me your best joke." What do you say? Ask Reddit. The Crafter X-Men. Guess who I bumped into on the way to the optometrist? Everyone. Bored Turtlenecker. 6158. I went for a job interview the other day and the guy asked, "Can you perform under pressure?" I said, "No, but I do a pretty good Bohemian Rhapsody." Dr_Nout. 3233. During the museum exhibition, the tour guide was speaking of a fossil. And this fossil here is exactly 30 million years and 6 months old. To which a guest had to ask how it was. They had such accurate readings on it. Well, the fossil was 30 million years old when I came to work here. And they've been working here for 6 months. Could they throw away 4,110? Doctor. Okay, Steve. This is a standard procedure. So don't get aroused. Patient. My name's not Steve, doctor. I know. I'm Steve. Mohoff Prof. 724. I am an electrical engineer. So that makes this one-liner even better. Most people are shocked when they find out I am a terrible electrician. Gerheiser. 2265. I have a Polish friend who is a sound technician. And a Czech one too. HGHLender 72, 2605. I just had a policeman knock on my door looking for a man with one eye. I told him if he used both eyes he might have better success. Alternative memory 1438. I was addicted to soap but now I am clean. Whisper of the Stars, 1806. I was gonna tell you a joke about time travel but you didn't like it. OPTMS rhyme, 1538. Two drunks walk out of a bar. They see a dog laying on the sidewalk, licking his nuts. The first drunk says, "I wish I could do that." The second drunk says, "You'd better pet him first and make sure he doesn't bite." Head_room_8721. 315. Oh, I don't tell jokes in the workplace anymore. My last one was so funny everybody made me go tell it to HR in person. Switch_B. 926. Went to a job interview and the interviewer asked me, "What do you see as your biggest fault?" To which I replied, "I'm too honest." To which the interviewer said, "I see that as a good quality, not a fault." To which I said, "I don't give a fuck what you think." Unbanned_again. 104. If you met your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give to them? Ask Reddit, exiled Redditor. Stop being a people pleaser. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Some people are unkind and don't deserve what you do for them. Live to scare. 1785. 5. Quit being a smartass and a troublemaking little shit. Yeah. You know what I am talking about. XA0 and go on that trip cousin Frankie invited you on this summer. He won't be around much longer. And if you don't go, you'll regret it. 8-inch Salvatore. 2634. Don't follow the crowd. Train and play sports. Alfie the Butler. 586. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't listen anyway. IC_rub 3371, 954. When you leave home for college at 17, do not come back. Your mother will never change. Automatic_sky 5722, 1848. 40. Please stay sober. Suatina, 928. Don't date someone just to avoid being alone. Dear_little_water, 387. But love yourself more. Mila X Bliss, 589. Your parents are not always right. In fact, they might be quite stupid. Trust Josephs, 868. He's not the love of your life. Don't waste your tears. Amber Miller X, 1262. Invest in Microsoft. Floss, Planet Bal, 1042. When you eat a hash cookie and nothing happens after 30 minutes, do not eat the other 5. Orgaxoid_X, 233. 3.